Hey, hi everyone. So today I wanted to do a video talking about open house tips, especially for new realtors, new to the business who just kind of got started and want to know the best tips, best practices for hosting a successful open house. So a little background about me is I'm pretty much still, I would say, brand new real estate agent. I started 2 months ago now, so I'm still new to the business, but one of the things that I've been doing since day one is open houses, and I feel like I've kind of learned what works and what doesn't work. So I just want to give a couple tips for hosting the best open house you can. So first things first, even if you're a new agent, just keep in mind that you can still do open houses. You don't have to have a listing before you start hosting. So like pretty much as soon as I signed onto my brokerage, I started hosting like that weekend. So depending on your brokerage, they might do it different ways, but for us, a lot of times we have like we have like a kind of like a social media for our office, so agents will go posting like little things here and there, and you can kind of see when they make a post and you can respond. So a lot of times agents will just post need open house help, and so you want to like have those notifications on and reply right away. If you don't have something like that where you can't see agents reaching out for open house help, because a lot of the times they will, especially in like really busy markets. I mean, right now it's fall, so it's kind of slowing down in terms of the market, but in general, usually it's going to be busy. Top agents have a lot of listings. They can't all be at the same place at once, so they need people to host their open houses. So reach out right away. Even if you're brand new, just say yes, and then like I just agreed to it, and I kind of googled like what an open house entails, because I didn't really know at first. But just always be like saying yes. Right now I usually will do them both Saturday and Sunday, so try to do as much as you can, especially if you're new and you don't have business. It's a great way to like start getting buyers. So even if you don't have a way to see other agents asking for open house help, or if they don't really ask, just reach out to like all the agents in your office, especially top agents. Just say, hey, I'm brand new here, I'm really interested in hosting open houses, and most of the time they're gonna like sooner or later need someone to host. So just always be reaching out. Make sure you're always doing it every single weekend, even if a lot of times it can be slow, but just always be doing it, because that's one of the easiest ways and free for you to potentially get buyers. So a lot of times statistically, you're not going to find a buyer for that particular house. Sometimes you do if you get lucky, but usually it's just going to be people who want to see the home. Sometimes people are just nosy. Then sometimes there's going to be people who are in the market right now who don't have an agent, and even if that house that you hosted isn't what they're looking for, that's when you can potentially capture them as a buyer and show them other homes. So one of the important things is first to get as much people as you can to each open house, and you're going to do that by first posting all over. Even if it's not your listing, I always advertise like, hey, I'm going to be hosting this open house. If you have social media, put it on Facebook, Twitter, whatever you have. Advertise ahead of time. If it's Wednesday and you're hosting on the weekend, start posting ahead of time, just reminding everyone. So even if they're not interested, they can share to someone else who might be interested, or just have people come out, and then you can kind of meet and greet and hopefully form relationships. So be posting about it, LinkedIn, everywhere you can. Just get the word out. And then when it comes to open house day, like beforehand, you're going to prepare. You're just going to read all about the listing, the building, if it's in a building, know if it comes with parking, washer, dryer, just know all that so that you can answer all the questions the day of the open house. So do tons of research beforehand. Feel really comfortable like with the place. Some brokers will like to have you do a little tour with them beforehand, but that's pretty rare. So yeah, just do a lot of research beforehand, know what you're going to be saying the day of. And also what I would do is make sure you have the signs. You're going to want to have, I usually like 2 or 3 open house signs. Make sure you have those ahead of time. Also, a really good tip is putting balloons. So get like balloons, or like you can go to the Dollar Tree, get like a $1 balloon, and what you're going to do is put those with the open house sign. So the morning of the open house, you're going to get there early to prepare. You're going to put out open house signs. I usually put one like right in the front of the home or the building, apartment building, condo building, whatever. And then also on like the busy intersection. So people who are like, you're gonna have a lot of traffic, see the sign, and they can kind of like, oh, notice the balloon. You're gonna put a balloon on the sign. So as it's like a busy traffic area, cars are passing by, they'll notice your sign, and then they'll notice the one pointing towards the home. So just like a lot of advertisement, make it look really, you know, fun. Put some cute balloons, just trying to draw as much attention as you can so that they can notice your open house. So you're going to be advertising beforehand on the internet. You're going to be advertising, you know, right before with signs. So, you know, you can get walk-ins even if people didn't see it online. So yeah, as far as high traffic times, I personally usually host on the weekends, and I've hosted quite a bit already. I've hosted like pretty much 2 every weekend since I started. What I tend to see is Saturday and Sunday are both pretty good. I would say the busiest time I've seen was Saturday, like right in the middle of the day. So Saturday 12 to 2 or Saturday 1 to 3 is really, really good. So if you're able to choose like the time and day, either Saturday or Sunday, but like 12 to 2 or 1 to 3, I'd say is pretty solid time. So when you have everything ready, so as far as when you're actually hosting, of course you want to dress professional. You know, depending on the area, I think if you're like, I usually host downtown Chicago, you want to be like, you know, dressed really nice, a little higher than business casual. Make sure to, some homeowners don't want you to wear shoes, so they want everyone to remove shoes, so you want to know that beforehand. You don't want to like, you know, be wearing heels and mess up the floor in accident. That's something, you know, I didn't think of at first, but so just ask that first. Just make sure you're dressed to impress. You know, now with Corona, you want to make sure everyone's wearing masks. Make sure you're wearing masks the whole time. So yeah, also something you want to have ready is a sign-in, because you want to, you know, keep in touch with these potential buyers. So the one I use, I don't know if all agents have access to it, but I use Spacio. So it's like a virtual sign-in. So I have like a little iPad, you can do a tablet or even your laptop, and it's basically an app where they virtually sign in, and it's really nice and convenient because it will automatically follow up. Even if you know, you forget to do it the next day, you get busy, it'll send an automatic email. You can set the timer for how long after you want to send that reminder. But yeah, so it's really, really nice to have. It's really quick and easy. They just put their name, number. If they're working with an agent, it asks them as well. And if they already are working with an agent, then it won't send that email. It won't, you know, it's smart like that. So that's really nice. Remember to sign in, because, you know, a lot of times people will leave that open house, forget about you, forget about the house. So it's just always good to keep in touch, because you want to, you know, form these relationships. So as far as open house itself, you don't have to do too much talking. You don't have to do a tour like if you're doing a showing. It's pretty much, you just will set up like your little entrance, like welcome, you know, you got your sign in, print out brochures too. It's something else, like have brochures of the place if possible. If not, have like print out of the MLS sheet. Just, you know, people can have something to take home and remember you and remember the listing. Your business cards as well. I like to usually, you know, just do a little small talk, just welcome them in, be really friendly, smiling. And I just give a little quick summary of the home when they first come in. I just say, hi, welcome in, you know, this is 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, comes with a parking space, whatever. The asking price is this. Feel free to have a look around, and I'm here if you have any questions. And so after that, they kind of like take their time looking through. Sometimes they'll have questions. Just do your best to ask. If not, just say, you know, let me find out for you. You can call the listing agent if it's not your listing. And then I also like to say, you know, at the end, thanks for coming in. And then I usually will personally give them my business card and say, you know, if there's anything else I can do for you, if you want me to look, you know, if this isn't what you're looking for, you know, I can take a look, see what else is out there that might fit your needs. So just, you know, establishing a relationship, being really friendly, you know, don't be too, you know, in their face. Just keep it casual. And like I said, the important thing is following up to. A lot of times, sometimes you won't get a response, but you just want to keep getting all these leads, and hopefully, you know, you will convert some into buyers, or they'll be interested in buying the home you hosted, and you should get a commission on that. The listing, even if it's not your listing, you should still, you know, be the buyer's agent if they wanted to buy because of the open house and they didn't have an agent already. So those are just the kind of main tips I have. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I like to keep things simple. Some people do snacks. I wouldn't do that during coronavirus times. You can like bring in a little radio to play some soft music. It's not kind of a nice touch sometimes. I wouldn't do like air fresheners or any crazy smells, I've heard, because that's kind of like makes people think like, what are you covering up? Does this house have a weird smell to it, kind of thing? So just keep it simple, just be professional, friendly. Sometimes you will get barely anyone showing up. Sometimes it'll be like slammed. As far as a new agent, when you're kind of choosing a listing to host when you don't have your own, what I found is I get more traffic in middle priced homes, so not like upper end. I used to want to host like, oh, I want to host this $1 million mansion or whatever, but then people don't usually show up, and if they do, 9 times out of 10 they just are being nosy. So just definitely pick like your middle ground priced homes, like average, where you're gonna have a lot of people possibly interested. Something that's not too cheap where it's really tore up and no one's gonna want to stop by and see it. Just like your middle ground. Also, homes that are new on the market, you're gonna have a lot more traffic in. People, a lot of people are going on the internet to see what's new, and they'll see an open house pop up. It's gonna have a lot more traffic than like house that's been on the market for months and hasn't sold. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have for open house tips. I think it just takes patience. Sometimes it's going to be slow. Sometimes you're going to have a lot of clients and then none of them really are going to get back to you. And then sometimes you're going to have someone, say, oh, can you help me find, what I'm looking for? And just be patient. Keep posting them as a new agent. It's really simple. You're not going to get paid, but it's experience and you're gaining leads. And then hopefully, it will pay off when you finally do get that buyer. So that's pretty much all I have. Thank you for watching and good luck to everyone.